That's simply the kind of performance that you hope for. That's the kind of performance that you wish for. When you are watching two of the greatest players in the NBA come together and put on a performance in front of the national audience, that is the kind of performance you are hoping for. That's the kind of performance you are always looking for from MVP caliber players. The reigning MVP, the runner-up to last year's MVP, the betting favorite for MVP, NBA.com's leading MVP candidate, NIKOLA JOKIC. Two different play styles. One of them is like LeBron James. The other one fits more of a Kobe Bryant play style. One of them is a killer. Every time he touches the ball, you got to worry about where is he going to score. And stopping that seems almost impossible. And the other is like LeBron James. Today, I'm going to choose to kill you with passing. Today, I'm going to choose to kill you with transition. Today, I'm going to choose to rip you apart and get everybody else involved. And that's the kind of night that it was. It was really a C-plus level day for NIKOLA JOKIC, but the thing was, NIKOLA JOKIC was dominant when he needed to be. He had clutch shots when he needed to hit those shots. Joel Embiid was dominant. He came out in the first quarter with 12 points. He looked absolutely on fire. He looked like he was going to go for one of those games. But tonight, Joel Embiid in a good game, a good performance tonight. NIKOLA JOKIC, a good game, good performance tonight. NIKOLA JOKIC at 22 points, 13 rebounds and 8 assists on 11 of 16 shooting. He was 1 of 3 from 3. He's 5 of 7 from the free throw line with 2 blocks and 2 steals. And he drew multiple fouls on Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid has 5 fouls. Jokic only had 1. He had 5 turnovers though. NIKOLA JOKIC started off really slow. Joel Embiid came out in the first quarter with 12 points. NIKOLA JOKIC came out, just didn't look right. The team didn't look right. They had 9 turnovers seemingly like that. They were 0-7 from the three-point line, like 0-8 before in the three-point line before they made their first one. They came out real flat. They came out like a team that was trying to catch up to the moment. It didn't seem as if the Denver Nuggets were fully there until about the second quarter. It didn't seem like the Denver Nuggets were fully about the moment. They seemed like they were letting the storyline, maybe the Jokic MVP storyline got a little too close to him. But all I know is that when the time came, that second quarter came, when Jokic came back in again, they went on a 10-0 run. They were down multiple points. They ended the half only down 5 points, and it was a 10-0 run led by the MVP of the NBA, best player in the NBA. Tonight, like I said, a C-plus game. He has 22, 13, and 8. And he had some incredible assists today, incredible passing display from Jokic. Again, man, he had bad turnovers to start the game. He only had 1 really the rest of the game after the first quarter, I want to say, man. He played good defense, man. He played good defense. You're not going to stop Joe, but he has some really good contests against him, against DeAndre Jordan, against George Niang, against Tobias Harris. He has some good stops, man. That's what you got to hope for. 23, 13, and 8, and 2 and 2. Now, the starters weren't great tonight. The starters were Jokic at -9, Monte Morris -9, Will Barton -7, Jeff Green at -8, and Aaron Gordon -13. Really bad game. He didn't close either, so something might be up with him. But the real MVP of the game, y'all, the real MVP of the game is Bones Nishan Hyland. Bones Hyland had 4 clutch three-pointers tonight. He had 2 deep three-pointers to close out the third quarter. He had 1 in the clutch to put the Nuggets up 2. In the clutch in the fourth quarter. Bones was getting to the basket. Bones was making plays for other people. Bones Hyland tonight, 31 minutes, 21 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists on 7 of 14 shooting, 4 of 9 from 3, 3 of 5 from free throw. He was a +16 in the game. The Denver Nuggets won by 4. The entire bench really went off tonight, but Bones Hyland was the catalyst. I put a tweet up not too long ago after last game, and I said that Bones Hyland has all-star penetrator, all-star creator capabilities, meaning that literally a couple seasons from now, if Bones Hyland can put it together, he has all-star level potential because he believes he's one of those players. Bones Hyland against the LA Lakers went off, against the New York Knicks went off, sat down Kemba Walker. And again tonight against the Philadelphia 76ers, Bones Hyland has maybe his first best performance this year, given the clutch time situation. Second at least, third at least, maybe. Bones Hyland tonight was spectacular. And the reason the Denver Nuggets won tonight because of Bones Hyland. Monte Morris had a great game too. 11 points, 3 rebounds, and 6 assists, and 5 of 10 shooting, 0-2 from three-point line. He had no turnovers. A 6-0 turnover to assist ratio is great. Will Barton had 20 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists on 7 of 14 shooting, 3 of 6 from 3, and 3 of 4 from the free throw line. He only had 1 turnover as well. Will Barton, man, I got to say, he was really bad at different points in the night, but he was great at other points in the night. Shout out to Will Barton, making key plays. He had a key end of the shot clock three-pointer that changed the game. Will Barton was great tonight. Jeff Green, 6-4 and 1 on 3 of 3 shooting. He had some great transition points for Joker tonight. Aaron Gordon, 7-3 and 2. Like I said, didn't play well, man. But again, Bones Hyland, man, was the show. He was the show. Jermichael Green closed the game tonight. 10 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist. He was 5 of 6 from the field. He was a plus 12. 5 personal fouls, but a plus 12. He took 3 charges, I want to say, tonight off of Joel Embiid, at least 2. Man, that's that Memphis Grizzlies grit and grind. That's why he's valuable, man. That's why you need players like that on your roster. He stepped in, and did his job. And he made 2 baseline jumpers, midi jumpers, and it really put them over, man. Great game from Jermichael Green tonight. DeMarcus Cousins had a really great stint in the second half. 8 points in 14 minutes, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 of 6 from the field, 2 of 5 from the three-point line. He had 1 steal, and he was a plus 13. The Denver Nuggets bench washed the Philadelphia 76ers bench. It wasn't even close. Not even close. Like, it might have been a plus 25 tonight. It was incredible. And then Bryn Forbes, 5 points, 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3. He was a plus 10 tonight. Man, hit a clutch three-pointer. Didn't shoot well all around, but a clutch three-pointer, man. Really, this is one of those wins, man, where you know what? It's like, Jokic didn't play all that great. It didn't seem like he was super interested at first in putting on a dominant performance. You know, Joel Embiid took this very seriously. He took this personally as well. But the Joker, man, he turned it on in spots. That's the thing about Joker people don't really understand. Like, the Joker is not the type to he's not going to do it just because everybody else thinks he should do it. He's going to feel the game. He's going to find out, okay, what spot am I most needed in? And he responded in the second quarter, at the end, and in the fourth quarter. Jokic had a fall away. He could have fouled out Joel Embiid. Joe bumped him. Jokic did this little shot, like just kind of he was fading left to the baseline, cast it off. Nothing but net, man. And it would end up being a clutch shot. He went to the free throw line tonight. But the best thing about Joker's night might have been the fact he put Joel Embiid in difficult positions. And when he played Joe made some open mid-range. He made some open three-pointers, but he missed a lot of them. He missed a lot of them as well. And he played good defense on the interior. And in the second half, man, people ain't going to talk about it, but Joker played good defense. Now, he really sagged off on Joe in the first quarter, and Joe was shooting. He hit 2 3-pointers. He was hitting his middies. But eventually, Joe in that second half started missing middies. And then Joker to start, I mean, he came out in that second half, man, with a man on a mission. I mean, he came out and hit a mid-range shot, and I'm like, all right, bet, like a baseline mid-range shot. All right, he's turned it up a little bit. He's turned it up. He's about it. He came out with a midi, and then Joker had another bucket, man. I'm like, all right, something's turning up. Something's coming on, man. And like I said, man, it wasn't like it wasn't even your average. Like, Joker didn't even put up his 26, 14, and 8. Because it's a game in the second half when he played, he did it in spots, but it's not like he had a chance to just go on a run. And honestly, the Nuggets had a really difficult time getting him the ball at some point in time as well. They just weren't feeding him as consistently as you wanted. Bones Hyland looked him off when he had James Harden on his back. Will Barton looked him off a couple of times. And again, both of them played really well tonight, so maybe they were just feeling it, man. That's part of it too. But Joker's number could have been a lot better tonight. He just didn't seem to have the opportunity. Like I said, he only shot the ball 16 times, whereas Joel Embiid, he shot the ball 20 times and had 10 free throws. And he was 9 of 10. Again, Joel Embiid, 34 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. Joker, 22, 13, and 8. Completely different play styles. Joel Embiid was 3 of 3 from the three-point line, though. Once again, man, he wanted to make a point. We really got to talk about James Harden. James Harden had 24, 9, and 11 on 6 of 11, 11 and 12 from the free throw line. James Harden was their best player in the second half, I think. Because he was just, the way he's able to facilitate and use his body and get other people involved, man, it's so difficult to stop. So really shout out to James Harden, shout out to Joel Embiid, shout out to NIKOLA JOKIC, shout out to Will Barton, shout out to Bones Hyland, man, because that was a great team win. The Denver Nuggets, man, they needed that win. Now the Denver Nuggets, they're in the 6th seed. They're 2 games above the Timberwolves, a game and a half behind the Mavericks. They have 41 wins. The 76ers have 41 wins. The 76ers are 41-26. The Denver Nuggets are 41-28. That's your MVPs right there, y'all. Hey, Swipin Gang, let me know what y'all thought of the game. Hit me in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel. Let's continue to blow it up, y'all. Hey, man, I'm going to see y'all.